Good evening, everybody. My name is Gaurav, and today I'm going over um, like for newly freshman graduate, they always seek opportunity to get their first job in the industry. And once they have some type of experience, they can move forward from there and gain more experience in different department, and finally they can land into a department where they want to rest their career. So this video is all about GMP Training Associate. So this is another entry level job where you can put your step forward, get an opportunity, gain experience, gain cross functional experience, because while in the training department you will get to know the technical documents coming from different department on which training is going on, different type of functional training, on job training, GMP training. So you will increase your knowledge, awareness of how one department works, how it look like, and what are the different type of document or process they use. So I put a line below this topic that convert your teaching assistant's experience to a life science training associate. Now there are several life science associate positions out there in the market which require 1 years of experience. So in this video I will go over and I'll tell you what training department do and what a teaching assistant do in a university, and how you can match your experience and then present yourself better in the interview. So here you go. This is how a training department work, and these are the basic responsibilities of training department in any life science company. First is they help new hire orientation. Every single employees who is joining a company participate in new hire orientation similar to your university orientation. Day one of your university conduct a orientation. They will let you know about the facility, they will let you know about library, computers, cafeteria, facilities they are having. Same happened in life science companies. New hire orientation, they teach you about their rules, regulations, safety features, EHS regulations, where to go, where not to go, which areas are safety concern, what areas they can go, what are the assembly points. Now next is new hire safety, HR, EHS. I already covered that. In new hire orientation they tell you about the safety regulation, HR policies, IT department give their views, environmental health and safety provide their views, and basic GXP training. Now then training department create a training file for each employee. Every single employee working in any pharmaceutical company has a training file. Smaller companies, mid-sized company who are not using any type of software, they use paper-based system where it's like, for example, Gaurav has a file of training as training file of Gaurav, and then the training file contain pre-assigned curricula. Like if Gaurav is working in manufacturing, so training department will assign him 100 SOPs which involve different departments SOPs like QC, microbiology, gowning SOPs, instrumentation, maintenance, utility, manufacturing SOP, quality assurance SOP, quality control SOP. So they'll create a curricula that Gaurav, in order to you to execute your responsibilities effectively, you have to undergo all these set of trainings. Okay, you read them and you will be good. You can execute your operation effectively. Now let me stop you there and say that what do we do in university? You enroll in a program, you have a master's, you are enrolled in a master degree program, and university say you have to gain 45 credits. Here are 16 courses you need to complete in your 24 months of duration. That's your curricula. Now next what they do, they record the training. Every single day training department has a responsibility to record a training happening right now. Similarly, we sit in our university, professor takes the attendance, or professor sometime record whole session for other student to take notes, or if somebody unable to give their concentration at that time, they can go and always visit back to the video. So in GMP real world, every single operation need to be recorded, So training department says, okay, how many people came to this training session? 20. Please sign date and your employee ID and name, so that we have a record that on date 25th of January 2018, 12 people came to the training, and they have recorded their signature. So that's their attendance. Now conducting training. Instructor conduct the training on a particular topic. So for example, safety person will come and he will give training on safety to new hires. HR person come, then he will give you trainings on HR policies, what to do, what not to do, hours, vacation time and all. EHS will come and tell you that please take care of the environment while working in a life science company. GXP trainer will come and tell you about how guidance are changing and what you should worry about when you work on shop floor. Then assessment of training. Now every instructor will give you the question paper after they complete their session. Training department will evaluate them. Sometimes training department says to the instructor that can you please evaluate them all. Sometimes instructor are busy, they say training department, can you do assessment on behalf of us. Similarly, reviewing GDPR. When all the documents are collected, training department is responsible to review whether all the documents are accurate, good documentation practices has been followed, and then they file them into respective training files of the employee. As I mentioned here, each employee has a training file, so that when an audit come, and here they support audit. Let's say an auditor come and he says Gaurav was working on shop floor on dated 25th of January, and at that day a deviation happened on shop floor. A blender stopped working. I want to see whether Gaurav was qualified or trained on blender operating procedure or not. So training department get a call on that day, and they will ask, go pick a file of Gaurav and then make sure that he was trained and present the evidence to the auditor. So somebody from training department will go to the file room, take out the file of Gaurav, review it and figure out whether he was trained, then collect the evidence, bring it to the auditor. So auditor is happy. This is their responsibility. Now let me tell you what are the responsibility of a teaching assistant. You are an instructor assistant, teaching assistant in university. So you do new hire orientation. Whenever new students come, you take them to the university tour. Review their assignment, how they did, what was the plagiarism percentage. If they cross their line, you assist university and student to do the evaluation. What went wrong, and you perform your evaluation as well. You provide teaching material assistant to students, like professor conduct a training session, somebody ask a question, they don't know the answer, they'll say my teaching assistant will email you some material on this, I'll get back to you. So the answer was given by this person. Mark the papers, check the papers. In class, you support the virtual class in class of any instructor. You take the attendance of in-ground and online and on-ground sessions. You support administrative or investigations whenever university asks question. Professors sometimes delegate responsibility to various teaching assistant. I've seen teaching assistant checking question paper of so many students. So what in this comparison you can see that most of your responsibilities are matching with what a training department is executing. Okay, so you just need to reflect your experience in better way so that you can reach the first opportunity you are looking for. Now I want to emphasize on what is the job of a training associate in life science. I told you about here that what a training department does. Now let's see, if you get selected as a training associate, what you will be doing. You will create a training file. As soon as HR inform us that, okay Gaurav, we have a new employee Harish joining in from next week. So I will prepare his training file. Okay, Harish job description, Harish resume, Harish selection process. His file is ready before he comes. Then I'll take Harish on the tour for new hire orientation. Harish, you will be sitting here. This is how training conducts. And please wait here. Everybody will come, deliver their session. This is an important session. Record the information and have fun. Then you assign the curricula. You will see, okay, Harish is a maintenance operator. He will be working in maintenance department. So you will pick a maintenance department curricula and you will see, okay, Harish has all the SOPs so that he can read all about our company's blender, different machines, utility we are using, and you will assign that curricula to Harish. Then on the day one Harish completed his new hire orientation, you will collect all the copies, whether he completed or he signed the EHS training, he signed the HR session, he signed the IT session, he signed the GMP session, and you will make sure that he signed, name, signature, employee code, training details are there, everything is ready. Then you file those form in Harish file, because those are the evidence that Harish attended HR and all other new hire orientation sessions. Now you will get a approval of his job description. You will collect a copy of his resume and you will attach both of these in his file along with, so how many things you attach: job description, resume of Harish, curricula you are assigning to Harish, all his new hire orientation training evidence. Okay, then on day-to-day basis you want to review that how Harish is doing. So whenever Harish complete a training, he sends you a form that Gaurav, I complete one training today, I left 14 more. So you'll review, okay, Harish is doing excellent, he need to complete 40 SOPs every day, he's reading 5 or 10. So I think in week or two he will be finishing all his SOPs and he'll be ready to go on the shop floor. Then you will maintain the file room, because sometimes some employees like either they quit the job, so you have to conclude their file, okay, that this employee quit the job, he went on these dates, and you write a conclusion and close the training file and you file in the file room. Also you support in various training such as GMP training, functional training, JCP, GDP. So this is your day-to-day job, which is very similar to what you do as a training assistant. So now my last slide is, whenever you see associate entry level 1 year experience of training job, it's not bad to apply for that job and bring these skills in your resume. You have to convince the recruiter that I know the various practices of training, and that's all needed. Because if you have a master's degree in biotechnology, if your master's is in pharmaceuticals, biopharmaceutical, biomedical, regulatory affairs, quality assurance, you are getting the basic level of regulatory affairs or FDA training requirements, regulatory requirements, you are well aware of those. Good documentation practices, you are aware of good manufacturing practices. So bring your experience, like you are good in filing, you are good in organization of document, reflect your key experience in, you are good in training evaluation, you understand the type of training like GMP, GXP, functional, on-job training. And now everyone use their university's Moodle or some sort of software where professor keeps some videos, professor keeps online quizzes, professor has group discussions. So this is very similar to what industry use in for their training purpose, which is learning management system. So you can just bring out this discussion in the interview and show them that how familiar and how much you understand that your experience meets their requirement. Mention that you know practice of archiving, you know QA documentation, you know how to maintain a training file, you know how to write an exam and how to review a quiz. So these are the skills you should bring in your resume. So from my experience, there are many entry-level training jobs available out there. Nobody is looking to them because they feel it's more of HR and something. But from me, if you start with training, it's a good opportunity to start with. You can get a lot of experience because you will work with cross-functional department, and then you can decide yourself that okay, Either I can stay with training only or I can go to another job that I wanted to.